Perfect.
It is now recording.
Beautiful.
Welcome to my podcast. This is Heather Rogue. I'm here to deliver all of the information you want to know about transgender people, or just gender and diversity of identities and stuff like that. I just feel like it's in my heart to bring this information to the world. My guest today, Danielle DeLuca. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah, I see you're in space right now.
I am. It's better than the kitchen that I'm sitting in. Wow, is that what you've been doing with your time? I haven't seen you in a minute. Good shot.
Thank you. With a pistol, too.
Wow.
Yeah. You got to hit the right spot.
Yeah, was that like in February? Is that Kobe's helicopter or just a regular random helicopter?
God. Oh, no. So this is this podcast. This is the first episode of my podcast, actually.
Oh.
I did like a test episode with David Thorne. I'm not going to air it.
Okay.
So you're my first guest. Yeah, I did it because you're amazing, and I really wanted to reach out to you first.
Well, thank you.
No one else was available.
Probably.
At such short notice.
Right.
But I contacted you like third, so.
I don't mind being third. That's fine.
It was just sloppy thirds. It was just you were sitting there in the messenger in that order.
Right.
This is the title of this is called I Identify as a Podcast. This is a transgender Q&A. So this is about learning about trans people, and for people who want to know more about trans people, because we've got a lot of people that don't know what's going on with trans people. So
right.
Just to start off, what kind of genitals do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a vagina.
You have a vagina, okay.
I identify as a lady.
You do? All right.
I do.
Right on.
Yeah.
Are you going to get like the surgery or anything?
No, I don't ever want a dick. No.
Oh, are you going to get any surgeries?
Probably not.
Okay. Not like a tonsil?
No. I mean, if somehow they could suck my fat out of certain parts and give it to like the homeless that need it, I mean, that would be cool. What
do the homeless people need with your fat?
I mean, some of them are hungry. They could figure out a way to make it into food and eat it. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Bug, but...
Well, then I'm probably not going to have surgery.
They can make it into soap, though, I heard? Or wait, yeah, they did that with lipos. I saw this movie called Tyler Durden or something like that. And they took people's fat and made it into soap and bombs.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie?
No, I have not.
What was it really? Okay. Fight Club. That's what it was.
Okay.
So Danielle DeLuca, did you choose that name for yourself?
I didn't. My grandma chose it.
Oh, okay. And what's your real name?
Daniela. I just took off the A. Yeah, it's Daniela Nicole.
You took
DeLuca.
off.
Yeah.
You did. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. I understand that might be a little personal.
No, hey, I'm all about personal stuff.
Okay. So what's your most embarrassing moment?
In life or just sexual? Like, that's a pretty broad question.
I think we can skip that one if it makes sense.
I mean, I have a lot of them. I don't know. I mean, okay. All right, I got one. So my front tooth right here is fake. I know you right there, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was on stage a couple of like 7-8 months ago, and it fell out while I was on stage doing comedy.
It fell out that's like the nightmare scenario. And then
at Comedy Burger, and like it's not a normal thing for it to just pop out, so I had to go to the fucking dentist. It was a whole process. But while I was on stage, I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, So my best friend grabbed it from the stage, and I just went on with the show. And I didn't really say anything. I didn't address it because I was super, super embarrassed. And then I got off, and I like shoved it back in my mouth, and everyone was like, "What happened? Like, what was going on?" And I was like, my tooth fell out, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's very embarrassing because like Johnny Taylor was there, Robert Berry. Like, it was just really embarrassing. But that, I would say that's probably the newest one.
That sounds horrible. I mean,
it was.
Really, that's like I've had that nightmare before where your teeth fall out while you're trying to like speak.
Do anything, yeah.
And so I would be like, am I dreaming? And I would be like checking, plug my nose, can I breathe still? Like doing all the little checks to find out, like, because I don't. Yeah. Did you have the comedy burger? Is that what happened?
I was at the Comedy Burger doing comedy. I'd just gotten on stage and it fell out like a minute into my set.
Okay. And when is the last time you smoked meth?
Never. I snorted it once because I thought it was cocaine, and it did not go up the same. It really burnt really, really bad.
Yes, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
So, when did you find out you were different?
I don't. Maybe to high school.
Right, and how did you find out?
Well, I mean, I've always. That's a pretty general, broad fucking statement. I mean, I don't know. I've always been pretty, like forward and blunt, and most people are fake as shit. So, I mean, I consider that to be an endearing quality, but some would say it's different. I mean, I'm pretty forward, pretty aggressive.
Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello?
That's my booty call.
Number.
That's my brand new booty call calling me.
Your brand new booty call.
Yeah.
Who's that? What's their name?
His name is Sam.
Okay. Is he cute?
Yeah, he's cute. He has a hot tub and a pool, and he lives like half a mile away. And he owns his own house. So he's he's cute, but he's not my typical guy I'd go after, like, because I normally like douchebags. He's like a normal guy.
And what kind of genitals does he have?
He has a penis. A nice one.
A nice penis?
Yeah.
Like it says hi to you when you come.
Yeah, I mean, I only used it once because he's a brand new friend. But yeah, it's a good, it worked well a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So back to you, when did you identify as a cis person?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it means, cis means to be not transgender. You said that you have a vagina and identify as a woman, so I assumed you were cis. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I mean, I guess in high school when I started having sex with guys.
So is that when you first began questioning your gender identity, or not questioning it? Right?
I guess I never questioned it.
You never.
I've had experiences with females, but they weren't as fulfilling, I guess, as I have with guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And that's about all that I have right now that I thought of.
Okay.
I should have come up with like 10. But if you have any questions for me, you can feel free, and I can
ask you anything.
I will not be offended by anything you say.
Okay. All right, then I have some questions because I'm super naive when it comes to this shit. Okay, so do you have a penis?
That's very offensive.
You said I couldn't. You said I wouldn't offend you. I have some questions. I want to know.
That's personal, and I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. I think the quality of people that you hang out with now, I mean, and I can only speak for where I've seen you. I mean, is much better. Obviously, you're not homeless. You're not a tweaker, to my knowledge, and you're not, you're not a bad person. You are the only you're the only trans person I know
that has come out and admitted it.
That has come out and admitted it and is completely like comfortable with it and wants to like inform people. But to me, it doesn't matter what you look like or what you are. Your actions and the way you act, I guess, is how I judge people. Like, I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what you want to wear. I don't care what I don't care if you're a good person, and you're fun to be around, then I'm down with that,
Yeah. I think that's a pretty standard go around. But if you do have any other just like questions, I promise not to get offended.
How did you pick your new name?
It was tough. So I had to, it's kind of like picking a baby name where you start going through all of the names of people you don't like. You're like, oh, I can't do Stacy, she's a bitch. I can't do Jessica, fucking, I have an ex named Jessica. But then the other thing is I couldn't pick a name that was too similar to like my friends. So like I notice a lot of trans women go by Natalie. I can't be a Natalie. One of my best friends is named Natalie. One of my best friend's exes is named Natalie. There's too many Natalies like orbiting around. And the same
Did you run it by anyone before you decided?
Yeah, I ran it by some trusted people. Like,
good.
Well, and I was going by another one. Not like I didn't go by it. I was testing another one out first, which I'm not even going to say, but it was basically my initials, which if you just condense them actually turn into a new name. So the initials were K and D. And so that made Katie. So now I just said, I was playing with Katie, which no offense to any Katies out there, but a lot of times I would like run that by people and they would just be like, oh, cool. And like, then I ran Heather by and they're like, that's so fitting,
I think Heather's appropriate. I mean, my best friend's name is Heather and it's a good name. You look like a Heather. I mean, Heathers are fucking cool.
That's what they told me. That just wasn't a Katie, I was a Heather.
Yeah.
I also like the name Rose.
That's good.
So I picked that one as my middle name. I almost went by Katie as my middle name, but I'm glad I went with Heather Rose. Yeah,
Heather Rose is way better than Heather Katie.
Yes, it is. And I actually had already sent off. So the thing is, I forgot middle names existed when I was picking my name. And so they gave me the paperwork suddenly, and I was filling it out with the guy at the gender health center who was like helping me do it. And suddenly the middle name came up, and I couldn't just like, oh, I have to take this home and think about it and postpone this meeting. So I just wrote down the second choice for a name. And then I sent out the court documents, and then I had second thoughts, and I contacted the court, and I made addendum files in order to fix the middle name before they went in front of the judge. And that was something where if I had to publicize my name change, I would not have been able to do that. And so it was like this weird, this weird thing where it's like, I know I should be so certain about this name I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, but could you?
All right, Danielle. Later.
Give me 2 seconds. 1 second.
Is that Sam?
No, this is bye, Ethan. Have a good night. This is here. Hold on. This is my Heather.
Oh, hi.
And her booty call is now leaving. Bye, Ethan. Yeah.
You just pulled her out of the void.
I did.
Was she's orbiting around?
Yeah, she's just running around in space, floating around, getting dick.
Space dick. How's COVID been working for you? You've been, you got Sam, you're getting plenty of vitamin D.
I kind of so I try not to fuck in the summer because I'm fat and I don't like being hot at all. Like it I'm pretty sure that I'm unhealthy just in general. So like, I don't really want to get my heart rate going even more in the summer. I don't really fuck in the summer. I kind of just close season and reflect on the dick I had January through April. But it's been okay. I mean, I still have been going to open mics and being out with the public, but I also have to be really careful because I do have interactions with people that have like autoimmune system problems. But it hasn't been hard to get dick, but it's been it hasn't been very good dick. Like it's, you know, hasn't been the best. But Sam hit me up on Facebook and was like, "Oh, you're really pretty. We have mutual friends." And I'm like, "Well, who are our mutual friends? Because that's going to decide whether I want to hang out with you."
Yum! I'm just kidding.
And so he said a couple of his mutual friends, and I was like, "All right, those are good people. I'll hang out with you." And he has a swimming pool.
You mentioned that now, and that was the first thing you mentioned.
I'm in my swimsuit now. I mean, I just got done getting in the pool. Like I am a mermaid in the summer, so I look for friends with benefits with pools or boats or, you know, more than just their dick, because their dick isn't always that great.
Well, you need more than it's just, you can always find good dick, right? It's about the whole package.
Right, but at the same time, I'm not looking for a relationship because I'm trying to focus on, you know, me and other things. I got a lot of issues that I probably should take care of before trying to find a boyfriend or something, you know.
I feel that. I think I got some issues as well, but yeah. So you just like look for dudes who have bodies of water or access, and
yeah, it's pretty shallow. I'm doing some shallow searching right now because I know I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm looking for a cool guy to hang out with and do water activities.
Now, you know, take water activities as a euphemism. You know?
No, like pool, river, lake.
Okay.
Yeah, not like get me wet, squirt it. No, none of that shit. Like, because to me, I can go with or without dick, but I can't go with or without like being in the water right now. Like it's hot.
Yeah. Well, is it hot in space?
It is. It's super hot.
Why you went to space was to cool down.
I wish it was cooler here, but look, I've been drinking all day and now I'm all flushed. I'm just, yeah.
I meant to do that today.
Yeah.
But I ran out of alcohol, so I couldn't.
Oh. Yeah, I ran out of weed yesterday, so I've been drinking all day.
Yeah, you know, I haven't been smoking weed.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Isn't it? I just feel so accomplished for not being high.
Yeah, okay.
No, here's the thing, is that it's expensive and I need to find a job, and then I can get weed again. But until then, luckily it's not like a real problem. It's not like a real drug, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I shouldn't smoke weed. Well, I guess I won't smoke weed. Whereas with something else, you're like, I need to steal some silverware. You know what I mean?
Right? I need that fucking meth right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
I've been remembering my dreams lately, and I've been having good dreams. You have any good dreams lately? You probably don't remember because you're stoned.
No, I do. I have good dreams. I dream all the time. Not really good ones, just kind of weird ones. I did have a psychic reading though done the other day over the phone, and I totally believe in that shit. And it was really good. It was really, really good. So I feel motivated and positive.
Yeah, I'm a psychic myself, and I do readings as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Just small little fact about me.
That's good to know. I'm finding out all kinds of shit about you.
Yeah, it was actually my gimmick when I was a homeless person. When I was a traveler, I was a street performer, you know, and I do.
Oh my God! Can you do magic?
I can do a magic trick.
Okay.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, can you see these cards? I can't even see. Okay, there we go.
I can see them.
Okay, so the trick to this trick is you just look at the cards and you say yes or no. Okay, that's all you got to do. I'm gonna ask like 8 or 9 questions.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've done this. I'm gonna take it slow.
Okay.
Is the day of your birth on this card?
No.
Is the day of
The day, not the month. I'm so sorry. Yes.
It is the yes. Okay. Is the month on here?
No.
Okay. Is the day of your birth on this card?
No.
Is the month?
No.
Okay. Is the day of your birth on this card?
No.
Is the month?
Yes.
Okay. Is the day of your birth on this card?
No.
Is the month?
No.
Okay. And is the day of your birth on this card?
No.
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 No. Is it
No.
really April 1st?
It is.
Oh, wow. I was
It
like,
is.
you're fucking with me. You
No, it is.
first, just to fuck with me, but no.
Is that your magic trick?
That's my magic trick.
Okay. All right. I'm impressed. Yay.
You're impressed. You're gonna give me $1.
Okay. Well, I'll see that. Well, I'll give you $1 next time I see you.
Venmo.
All right. Send me your Venmo. I'll send you $1.
Rogiers with a dash. You gotta spell. I added a bunch of vowels to Rogiers. So
Oh, good, because I love spelling that shit out.
I changed my name. I have a stage name now because people were like, well,
Heather Rogers.
people told me to change it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
people still ask me, how do you pronounce your name or how do you spell it and shit like that. And I'm like, why did I change it if you're still going to freaking do this?
People are stupid.
Yeah, I noticed. I look around, like look outside the window.
Because you're not going outside.
No, I observe from outside as these people
Yeah.
walk around like chickens with their heads cut off,
I-
going to wherever they Starbucks. That's where
Right.
people go.
Right.
That's probably the closest business to me is a Starbucks.
That's fine.
Yeah, and a gas, which I prefer the gas station.
The good old Arco and maybe the Subway near you and the Taco Bell, the McDonald's.
Hey, you know the area well.
I'm a psychic.
McDonald's, Subway, 2 gas stations.
Chevron and Arco, yeah.
Yeah, which Chevron is the bougie one. You don't go to that one.
No, I always go to Arco.
Sell alcohol in singles there. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, buy a 6-pack of beer? Come on now. I don't live my life that far in advance.
Yeah, I don't even drink beer. I'm bougie.
What do you drink?
Well, I'll only drink the black box Truly, which is like strawberry lemonade and lemonade. And I'll only drink vodka with cranberry or vodka with Coke. And I only drink Tito's.
It sounds extremely sophisticated.
So if you don't have that, then I just don't drink your alcohol.
What's that?
If they don't have that, then I just won't drink.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Which brand of alcohol? Like Taka?
I like Tito's.
Only Tito's.
Only Tito's.
You don't go, like, no Sky, no Gordon's.
Not really. I don't like it.
Okay.
It doesn't give me a hangover the next day.
Absolutes. That's a vibe.
No. I'll do Grey Goose, but I can't afford that shit, so.
Grey Goose is, like, really expensive.
I know.
For all the advertisements I see of it, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, this must be a real alcohol to buy. And then, no, it's just, like, laughing in your face like you thought,
Right.
You saw those people having a good time in that commercial. This will never be you,
Right? Yeah.
Like, other things, like, I don't see, like, I don't see, like, really expensive beer on
I don't either.
commercials, right? I see, like, Budweiser. But then with hard alcohol, it's like Wild Turkey.
Right? $1 million bottle of fucking scotch that you must have. And it's like,
Yeah.
sorry.
And the commercial for scotch opens up on a mountainside, and there's like a guy
Horseback riding.
Yeah, and it's a crisp morning, and like you can smell the commercial, right?
And that's not when you drink scotch.
And
so.
No, that'll make you puke.
Right?
Like, drinking scotch after a big hike up a mountain once to a High Creek lake. It was crystal clear lake up there, and we were so exhausted. And then they were like, "Let's bring out scotch," and I just started puking. I was like, they didn't even need to give me the alcohol at that point. I was like, that sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Scotch anytime to me is a bad idea.
See, I'm not opposed to scotch. I am an equal opportunity alcoholic. You know what I mean?
You're better than me.
I will drink what I used to drink Canadian Host, which is a whiskey.
Ugh.
Have you heard of it? It's not Canadian Mist, which to me is really gross because it's like sweet.
I love sweet stuff. Oh, I want all my drinks to taste like diabetes, all of them.
I like savory and bitter. Those are,
like your personality. I'm just kidding. I said just like your personality, savory, bitter, dry,
subtle,
right,
quiet, but then loud all of a sudden, you know.
I like mine to sneak up on me. Like I like to just get in there and not taste like you're drinking alcohol, and then before you know it, just be fucking faded.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I've done that plenty of times. I don't remember any of those times, but I remember the drinking of something that didn't taste like alcohol. Oh, I used to drink 151 rum straight from the bottle.
Oh, no.
I used to, you know, when you're depersonalized, you can do a lot of things and not even.
Yeah. I mean, we all live a different life. You know what I mean? Where you were 5 years ago is different from where you are now.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. Like now I love myself and I don't do things to me anymore. But back then it's like, you know, I was manly and I was like, they're going to find out that I'm a girly girl on the inside. So I do all this bad shit, you know?
Right.
And it totally worked. They were completely convinced how manly I was.
Really?
No.
I was going to say, because, I mean, you don't look like you were ever a big old macho man. I mean, your bone structure, just in general, you know, you've always been probably pretty thin and, you know.
I've been thin. I used to definitely be more of an ecto-meso kind of body type.
Oh, okay.
I used to have some muscles. They went away because I took the pills.
Right. Being a female, man, you got to lose those muscles, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's just like you block the testosterone and it makes you pretty and changes your fat deposits, which is great. I love it. But then now I can't open a jar.
Welcome.
I need a man for things, but then men are awful.
Yes, they are.
It's really a catch-22.
Right. They want you to be a damsel in distress, and then when you are, they're not really there for you. So what the fuck?
Exactly. Well,
what the fuck?
Right. Or they're just like completely broken on the inside.
And that's how I like my men.
And then it's like you're great at opening jars, but no, I can't do the rest of this emotional labor right now. You're done. Thank you.
Right.
Right. Changed my light bulbs too. Luckily I'm still pretty tall. So I still gladly help change my girlfriend's light bulbs. But you hand me a jar and I'm like, you transphobe! How can you not see how dainty I am? You know?
That's funny.
Do you have any more questions for trans people? We can wrap it up pretty soon.
I don't. I mean, maybe if you would have, I don't know, told me what the subject was of your podcast, I could have done some like research. But
no, I don't.
I feel like I've asked all the questions I wanted to ask. I mean, I think so.
I like it being a surprise.
Okay. Well, I was surprised.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you enjoyed this.
I did. I had a good time.
Like I said, you're my first guest, so like
Woo.
it really could have just been whatever I wanted it to be.
Right.
Dave, the interview I did with Dave was completely different, and I don't think I'm gonna air it because he kind of left on a date after like.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you didn't do that. Like you take a call from Sam and just start on it. I'd have been like, okay.
Absolutely not.
I'm trying to get my hair.
Yeah, I have to wear these things so you can fucking hear me. So like, I always look like I need to fucking take a shower. So sexy.
Yeah.
Look like you just been rustled and tussled.
Just romped around a little bit. I
Just
hope
romped around at home.
to the end, and then they're just like, "What happened? Like, why are things different now?" You know, we gotta watch the whole thing to figure out what the hell happened. And that's how we got them, not with
Right?
content. But with
No. Clickbait.
twist.
Clickbait.
Clickbait. Yeah, this needs to be like, you just get a good thumbnail, right?
That's not very good.
You're
You're
trying.
prettier than me. Yeah, I'm trying way too hard, as I always do.
That's one of the 4 agreements.
What?
You did your best. It's just that's all you got to do in your life. So
That's all you can do.
well, you got to do some other things too. Be impeccable with your word. That one's really tricky. I don't know how to do that. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, exactly. You don't even right. Who can? What does that even mean?
Right? What the fuck?
What did I even?
That sounds.
I said it so quickly.
Be impeccable with your work.
Be impeccable with your word.
Word or work?
The word that literally the
The
word
word you use.
say and think with your head.
Oh, that's so hard. I think that's kind of like being tactful, and I really try hard to be that way, but it's very hard.
Well,
Very
not
hard.
even necessarily tactful so much as just aware. You can be aware after the fact and just be like, this is not true. Or like, I'm saying something like that's, and it's not even saying something, but like thinking something like I am not enough is something we think all the time. And you just being impeccable with your word includes realizing that you have no reason to think that, you know, that we don't have to hate ourselves.
Right, I agree with that.
And we can, when we fuck up, we can just punish ourselves one time instead of a million times. And all this
Right.
stuff that we could do a whole podcast on it, but we're out of time. What are your plugs?
You can find me at RadChick Forever on Facebook, Instagram, Venmo, Cash App. You can also check out my podcast. It's called Gag on This Podcast. It's a pretty cool podcast. I'm on there with a bunch of cis guys talking about a bunch of bullshit. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Good use of the word cis. I like you practicing like that. That was great. I loved it. I don't need to know that they're cis. I don't really. You just basically were like a bunch of guys with dicks.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know that they all have dicks. Except, you know, I guess there is surgery for that too, right? I'm making assumptions now. Some trans men built themselves, and it's great. I wish I could just trade. Anyways, this has been a podcast. That's my take on it, at least. You can disagree if you want to.
No, I've had a good time. I appreciate being your first guest. This was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that it was life-changing, and everyone has learned to walk away with something.
Very informative.
Not funny, but informative.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going for.
Good. Well, I think you achieved that a little bit, at least with me.
Okay. Thank you for being on. I really appreciate it.
All right. Bye, Heather.
Bye.